Tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
What's up, y'all? Welcome into the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lane Whitaker, sitting in all week for GP. Bennett Doyle is here. Kyra's here. It's Thursday. There's not a lot of stuff happening in the sports world. Believe me, we looked. We have been searching far and wide, and there's just not a lot. It's a time where everyone's on summer break, getting ready for school. They started school apparently today in Arkansas. Did you see that, Bennett?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy.
A little early
It's
for me.
July.
A little early for my taste.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yep.
But we're going to get through some stuff today, talk about some stuff. We got NBA teams that are rebuilding. ESPN had a story about NBA teams rebuilding yesterday. It got us talking about the Grizzlies, where they are in all this and their hierarchy. And then in the meantime, there's been some other stories on ESPN about sort of where teams stand, who did what in the offseason. So we thought we'd open with that, talk about the NBA, talk about where the Grizzlies are and all this stuff. CJ Hurt's going to join us and get into all sorts of who knows what. CJ madness. CJ likes to talk about stuff. Then in the 5 things, we got a couple other stories to get to. I liked on the YouTube description of the show, it says crazy stories, because there's some crazy stories that are out there. Training camp news, there was some breaking news this morning. It looked like the Jets were going to have a catastrophic injury, but now I think they're okay. And we'll talk about ESPN and the Red Zone Network and some stuff happening there too. And then we'll get you out of here with the carry out and some stuff you can take into tomorrow, which takes you into the weekend and get you through the week. So tap in. Let's get into some stuff. Bennett, how you doing?
I'm great, man. I had a good night last night. I watched we talked about it last week. I watched the Amy Bradley documentary on Netflix that GP was talking about last week. We'll talk about that in 5 things. I got it as one of the 5 things. I thought it was good, so we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. You want to get into this list? So basically, full disclosure, we were looking at this list last night that ESPN put out, and it was like all the rebuilding teams in the NBA.
Well,
and
they framed it as the teams that didn't make the playoffs.
Yes, but they had the Grizzlies in there on the list. And so I was like, well, interesting. So we're apparently part of this discussion. They have since removed the Grizzlies from the article. I guess they forgot that the Grizzlies did actually make the playoffs last year and were swept by the Oklahoma City Thunder. So it's basically like not making the playoffs.
Yeah,
but
they made the playoffs, but like, what was the point?
Yeah, no, that was, I guess, a bit of an oversight. That's okay though.
But the Grizzlies are
I still enjoyed the story.
To me, the fact that the Grizzlies had to go through the play-in and then got swept in the first round kind of shows you like the tier the Grizzlies are on, right? Like I don't think any rational Grizzlies fan can say we're a top 5 team right now, right?
Right.
In the West.
No, I think that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, we're a team that's trying to make it a push into the upper echelon of the Western Conference. So you also look at the stuff the Grizzlies have done this offseason. They traded one of the big three, which to me, like, that's a pretty clear sign that they're trying to change things, rebuild, do something different.
It's retool, man.
Retool.
Get it right.
Whatever.
We're retooling.
So I think the Grizzlies belong in this discussion of teams that are rebuilding / retooling. And where do they stand in all that? So according to ESPN.com, the number one team that rebuilding, the best team to come out of all this is the San Antonio Spurs.
It's basically how close are these rebuilding teams to a championship, and they have the Spurs, which that's no surprise.
No.
They've got Wemby, who everybody thinks is the next star of the NBA.
They went and got De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
They got Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle, Rookie of the Year. They went out and signed a bunch of guys on like sort of interesting veteran Luke Cornett. They got Kelly Olynyk. They got some other guys who are interesting additions.
Yeah, we got
to
some
that
vets
team.
too.
Devin Vassell. So do you think out of all the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year, would you put the Spurs at the top of your list?
Yeah, because I think that team is in my opinion, without a doubt, at worst, a play-in contender next season. Like, they're not going to be a bottom feeder in the West. They're going to be very much in the mix this upcoming season if Wemby stays healthy. Because Wemby's coming back, obviously, from the blood clot issue, but he appears to be fine heading into the season. So I think that they're clearly, if not a playoff team, at worst, a play-in team.
So then you get into the discussion of who is going to fall out of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Like, what team that was in that top 8 last year won't make it? I mean, I guess we could talk about these other teams. Dallas is in the mix.
They're number 2.
They were in the play-in last year, right? They played us. And had like serious injury issues. Kyrie, he's still going to be out this year. Anthony Davis, who knows if he's healthy or not. But I think Dallas, they had like some of their centers go down too last year. Now they add Cooper Flagg to that mix. They've got some interesting things going on there. I would guess if they're fully healthy, I think that's a playoff team in the West, with all those wings they have too that are good, like PJ Washington, those guys. But like I don't think Dallas this season is going to be a playoff team.
So they just have so many huge ifs surrounding, like, is Cooper Flagg like the surefire rookie of the year? Like, we'll see. Is he going to be a day one massive contributor to that team? Everyone thinks so, but you got to see it with your own eyes. What's Kyrie's status? When's he coming back?
He had a pretty severe injury.
If he comes back, after halfway through the season, that's a lot of games. Like, what if they're at the bottom of the standings leading up to that? I mean, how tough the West is.
That's the thing. Like, I don't think you can
can't just go on some run in the West and get back on it, right? Like,
and that's saying if Kyrie came back at full strength too.
That's it. Yeah. They would have to be in good standings when he comes back to be able to make a push. I'm not sure that's the case. And then Anthony Davis gets hurt every year, right? Yeah. I think you would expect him to miss a handful of games. He's an older player. Even if he has a healthy season, he's still going to miss games just because he's an older player.
For him, a healthy season, 60 games?
Yeah. Okay, so Klay Thompson's an older player. They've got good teams. Like, they've got a good center rotation. They've got a good roster.
Gafford, Lively, those guys were good.
But and I'm with you, like, if they all play together all season and Kyrie comes back quickly, then I think that they're definitely in the mix. I still don't even know if they're a playoff team, though. I think they're maybe playing.
Though, like, I was like, you know what? Like, I can kind of see, all right, look, Luka clearly makes your team way better. If you're not going to have Luka Doncic on this team and you have a healthy Kyrie Irving, like, adding Anthony Davis, having those big centers, having the wings that you have, like, I can see it. Like, it kind of, to me, if you think defense wins championships, is what they've said a million times, then sure. Like, this makes you a better team defensively. It makes you way worse offensively. But having Kyrie hurt the way he is and I don't know when he's coming back. I mean, I know he had a surgery. He's been live streaming his whole offseason, apparently. I don't know if you've seen all these clips of him live streaming all the time. He was breaking down the KD Steve Nash podcast on there the other day. I don't know if he's back healthy. It all depends on his health to me and how good they can be. I mean, the only other team really, they got the Hawks number 3, the Sixers number 4 in the West.
Are we just kind of focusing on the West teams?
I think so, right?
Okay, so just real quick to go down the list,
Yeah.
like the Hawks, they got is the third closest rebuilding team towards a championship. I think the Hawks are going to be good in the East. I think they're going to be a surefire playoff team. I mean, I don't think we understand how down the East is going to be this year, even more than normal years. So I think that the Hawks, if they stay healthy, are for sure going to be a playoff team this year. I think, you got to expect that Trae Young just keeps getting better, right?
Well, he also has guys around him that he's a good passer, and they had Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Porzingis.
No one talked about Risacher had kind of an underrated rookie season, right? I mean, we saw him; he had a really good game here when they beat us in that awful,
last second game,
that brutal game here. And so I think he obviously he was the number 1 overall pick. He's going to take a leap, right?
Yeah.
We'll see
Dyson
about
Daniels was really good for them, defensively.
We'll see about the health of Porzingis, but you get a healthy Porzingis, that's a massive contributor, right?
That was such a weird.
It was a very weird situation with his injury status.
We still don't really know.
We have no idea what happened. That mysterious illness that was surrounding Porzingis. So I think they make a leap. Philly, I don't.
It all depends on Embiid, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that one's impossible to judge.
How many games does he play? Is he able to play? I mean, I don't know.
That one's just impossible to know. It really and Paul George. Like, what's Paul George going to look like? That one's just impossible to know. I know that they did have a good offseason. It's all about, like you said, all about Embiid.
I like VJ Edgecombe.
Oh, I do too.
Who they drafted.
I love him. Yeah,
he'll be helpful for them. They got the Wizards number 5.
Why?
I don't know. I don't think the Wizards are going to be. I wouldn't say they're the 5th closest to winning a title out of all these teams. I would put Charlotte ahead of them.
Yeah, because at least they have LaMelo Ball.
They have
I don't think he's a winning player necessarily, but he's better than any player on the Wizards roster.
The Hornets have actual pieces that might do something. Yeah, this is a weird thing. They have the Wizards number 5, the Hornets 6. I'd flip-flop them. I think the Hornets are going to be better than they were a year ago. Con Knippel comes in. They also got Liam McNeely, the kid out of UConn. They won the Summer League.
Yeah, they won the Summer League. They sure did. They're champs already. Maybe that's why they put them this high on the list.
I think the coach changed to that getting Charles Lee there. He's actually going to build a culture there, which they haven't had in forever. I don't know long term what players fit there and what don't. I don't think LaMelo Ball's a winning player either, but I think they've got a little something there. I like Con Knippel, just watching him this summer and seeing interviews with him, all that stuff. I think he's and at number 7 they have the Jazz.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I'd put the Jazz below the Wizards, but they are.
Yeah, I mean they're just going to be at the bottom of the West, right? I think they're easily going to be the worst team in the West this year. Yeah, they're easily going to be the worst team in the West this year. I think because they've got Portland down at 10. I think Portland's going to be way better than Utah.
I don't know. I think they'll be better than Utah. I don't know about way better.
Oh, I mean, dude, the thing about the Blazers is they actually
traded Anthony Simons
because this is kind of the season for Chauncey Billups, right? They're going to try to win.
Oh yeah, they're going to. He's
going to try to win.
Who's going to score points for them? Klingon and Scoot Henderson.
I mean, he was the number 2 overall pick. Scoot's got to have a big year, right? This is year 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you would assume, for a guy that was drafted number 2, that you would expect him to have a big year.
12 points a game last year.
They got Shaedon Sharp. They have some decent pieces. Yeah, they got Yang. They got Chinese Jokic.
Young Hansen.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson's averaged 13.3 points a game for his career.
They got Dame Lillard on the bench coaching these dudes up. Portland's not going to be terrible. They're not going to be terrible.
Chauncey said Dame Lillard's going to be the highest paid assistant coach in the NBA.
Yeah, man. They're going to be all right. They're going to be okay.
I don't think they'll be terrible. I just don't think they're going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're 41 and 41's 500. I think they win 35 games. something like that.
So the interest, like, and then they've got Sacramento down at 12. I think the Kings are gonna.
I think Sacramento is going to be pretty awful.
Yeah, I mean they still have DeRozan. They still have.
They got Dennis Schroeder who gets buckets.
They got Schroeder. They got Levine. Like they have real NBA players in that starting lineup. But it's Sabonis. Like that team should be better. But it's just it's the Kings, and so you just kind of
they'll screw it up somehow.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It never works, right?
No.
It never works. I mean, they're clearly taking a step back, and they're probably a deadline team, right? Like they're going to move guys.
Think so.
Yeah.
The Beam team. What happened to the Beam team? They were fun. They had like a whole thing there for a little while, and then it's gone. They have the Kings behind all these other teams we taught. They're behind the Jazz. They have the Kings like further down than some of these other teams. You would think at least the Kings could flip it around faster if they decide to tear this thing down at the deadline and trade all those guys. Like, that's a lot of talent you could probably get stuff for. Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Sabonis, Keegan Murray. There's players you could get assets back from if you're the Kings. And I mean, if the 2026 draft is stacked, like people think this is going to be one of the best drafts.
GP says he thinks it's going to be one of the better drafts for sure.
So I think if you're a team trying to bottom out, that's the way to go. Well, the weird thing here is, I guess are the Suns the worst team in the West this year? Are they worse than the Jazz?
I mean, they still have Booker, and the thing. I mean, you remember one?
They got Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks.
I don't think they're.
Malawach.
I don't think they're the worst team in the West. No. I don't understand. Like, that's what's kind of interesting about this list. I kind of disagree with the rankings because I would put Sacramento. They've got Sacramento at 12, the Pelicans at 13, the Suns at 14. I actually would put the Suns ahead of both of those teams.
The one thing is the Suns have 0 tradable first-round picks. So, I mean, it's going to be hard for them to do other things to improve this.
And
roster.
you remember back in what was it, when did the Suns make that? Was it the bubble when the Suns made that big jump? And Booker was just going crazy, and they almost made the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, we've seen Devin Booker kind of put a team on his back before and be interesting. So, again, Dylan Brooks is a good NBA player. Jalen Green, we'll see.
He has nights where he looks awesome.
He's going to put up 30 points on a bunch of, he's going to have huge games.
2 points the next time.
Yeah, I think I would put the Suns ahead of at least the Kings. The Pelicans, that's another interesting team.
Yeah.
Frankly, the Pelicans, I think the Grizzlies roster is way better than the Pelicans roster, but it is interesting. And going back to that 2019 draft class, like, it's kind of the same. You talk about them in a sense the way that you would talk about the Grizzlies. Like, is Zion going to play all year?
Yeah.
Because with the Grizzlies, we talked about this with Vernon. Like, if Ja plays all year, we think the Grizzlies are going to be really good. I don't know if the Pelicans will be really good if Zion plays all year, but if he does,
they'll be awesome.
They'll be. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they'll be awesome. I think they'll just be a competitive team, right?
Well, McCollum's out, right? Like he's had that injury last year. Is DeJounte Murray back? Like, he was hurt. They traded McCollum. That's right.
Yeah.
They got Kevon Looney, but Jeremiah Fears is, who knows what he turns out to be. One of the youngest players in the draft this year, second youngest player behind Cooper Flagg. He could be a good player. Like, people were comparing his potential and the way he plays to Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
So,
and the other thing with the Pelicans too is, like, who knows with Jordan Poole, right? Like, people think of him a certain kind of way, right? Because
getting punched by
and just like he put up a ton of points for a horrible team in the Wizards, but is that more of a Jordan Poole deal or a Wizards deal? I don't know. I mean, the guy is an NBA champion. Like, I think I have an idea of how that's going to go, but again, like I said, he won a championship. Like, he was a big contributor on a championship team.
You know why they're so low in this thing is because next year's draft is awesome. They traded their first round pick next year, and to get Derek Queen from Maryland. Like, and if they're bad this year, that's a top 10 pick that goes to the Hawks. That's not good,
right?
That's why I think that's why they're so low. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, where do we put the Grizzlies in the mix with all these teams?
Yeah, well, they had them at 5. Oh man!
So they would have had the Grizzlies ahead of the Jazz.
At least we were in the top half of the rebuilding
Hornets
teams
and the Wizards. So, like, the only teams that would have been ahead of the Grizzlies in the West were the Spurs and the Mavericks.
Yeah, the Spurs and the Mavs.
And I think the Mavericks, I mean, you got to put a question mark with them because it's so much as the health question with them. Like, you can't really look at them and be like, oh, they're going to immediately be awesome because we don't know how healthy they're going to be. Also,
I even still think that a healthy Grizzlies team is better than a healthy Mavericks team. I do. I just do.
How about the Spurs? Like, we're all like jumping ahead and being like, they're going to be awesome. No worries. Is Mitch Johnson a good coach? Do we know? Like, we don't know.
Right.
You know, right? Like, I mean, he's did it this one year.
No,
when
it's
Pop
a good
was
point.
out.
Because why have the Spurs always been competitive? Because of their coach.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and he's still there. He's still part of the structure, and it's the same GM, President R.C. Buford. All those people are still there. I mean, I guess they feel like, all right, we have a organization in place, and we can slot the next guy in, next man up, and that's where Mitch Johnson comes in. But like, we don't know if maybe he's a great coach, maybe he's not.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know.
again, I would put the Grizzlies ahead of them too. I think that I think they're doing a really good rebuild. I think Wemby's going to be a star, but still like. Completely healthy Grizzlies team, completely healthy Spurs team. I'll take Grizzlies head to head.
Yeah,
yes,
me too. If they're all healthy.
Yeah.
Some of the other stories that came out there was this story about what are the rookies who are I don't know how we say this. Which rookies are projected to have the biggest impact? Who was the biggest reach? Who was the biggest overhyped player, who was underhyped, and they apparently polled all these different GMs from around the league to get the votes. And the one that you saw, the NBA execs debate the Rookie of the Year class. The one that you saw that you flagged early on was that Cedric Howard was in the list of the biggest reach. He was third in the biggest reach. Jaeger Dimon from the Nets ran away with the biggest reach.
Right. That's not a surprise.
Most of the votes are him. Young Hansen was right behind him, and then Coward was third, but it was 3 votes. So it's at the bottom of that list. And in the story, it says, you know, there's always anonymous quotes here because nobody wants to put their name on it. Somebody says, Cedric Howard's a raw talent who needs to learn the game. If he can shoot and defend and it translates, there's a chance for him with his physical intangibles, which feels like sort of an incomplete to me, which is, we kind of know that, right? Like, we know his physical intangibles are off the chart. We've seen him play out in the West Coast. We haven't seen him play against great competition, but there's always a what if, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the reason they put him, that some of those GMs or execs voted on him as a reach is just because they traded up to get him, right? And it was a guy that didn't get a lot of buzz until like 3
weeks ago.
Yeah, like a couple weeks, if not a week or so, leading up to the draft. So
it was a combine.
I don't think there's. I get it. I get why some people would say that. Sure.
Yeah, but who knows? But he's also on the list of what was it? He's on the list of the biggest draft steal. He got a vote in that ranking too. So, you know, people think, oh well, maybe he'll be great. Maybe he won't. No one knows. I thought the interesting thing was who will be the number 1 pick in the 2026 draft. And the name we've always, you know, I mentioned what a stacked draft is. Everyone talks about AJ Dibansa, the kid who's going to BYU next year. He's number 2, and it's pretty significant. Like he got like 2/3 as many votes as the number 1 guy, Darren Peterson, who's going to Kansas this year, who's a guard who the more and more I read about him, the more I keep hearing how great he is. Cam Boozer is also on that list, Carlos Boozer's son. So there's a bunch of guys who are going to be good, but I kind of excited to watch a little more college basketball this year than I watched the last few years. Rookie of the Year pick, Cooper Flagg ran away with that. Trey Johnson got a vote in that, which is sort of interesting.
Yep.
The other list that they put out today, because we're all in list mode right now, we're trying to figure out how to get through the offseason, was the biggest mistakes teams have made in, what is it, since 2020?
The 20th century. It's the all 30 teams' biggest roster mistakes in the 21st century.
Yeah. I was trying to think of what they'd put for the Grizzlies before I read this list. And I think I was right.
No, it's I'm sorry. It's all 30 NBA teams' biggest roster mistakes since 2020. Do you know what the Grizzlies one is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. I think I don't know if I would agree with it necessarily. It's and their one for the Grizzlies is the Marcus Smart trade.
Yeah. Because they gave up.
Because of what they gave up. Yeah.
But I would disagree with that a little bit because in the thing it says they targeted Smart. They gave up a heavy cost, 2 first-round picks and Tyus Jones. But Tyus was a sign and trade, right? Like Tyus was he in the last year of his contract? Yeah, like he was going anyway. So they got something back. But the 2 first-round picks, and then when they traded Marcus Smart at the deadline, they had to attach another first-round pick. Like that was the hard part, I think, for the Grizzlies. That's what makes it such a punitive mistake was, not only having to give up 2 firsts to get him, but then give up a third to get rid of him, which cost you. And now he's gone to the Lakers, and we'll see how healthy he is this year.
Yeah.
Like he was.
I won't argue with it.
Healthy,
I think it's
impactful.
fine. I thought the move was awesome at the time, so I'm not going to have revisionist history about it. I thought it, and I didn't even think at the time. I thought that what they gave up was fine. It just didn't work out. It just did not work out at all. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, I might I could throw in
Parsons
or drafting Zaire Williams at 10, maybe.
I thought Chandler Parsons would be in there.
But this is in the 2020s. Yeah.
Oh, 2020s.
Yeah,
this 21st.
I know that's what I thought it was. No,
Yeah.
it's just in the 2020s.
Right, yeah.
So
I think Zaire's got to be up there too. Yeah.
Yeah. I might throw that one in there instead of the Marcus Smart.
The fact that there's Zaire's 1 first-round pick and Marcus Smart involves 3 first-round picks makes it more.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's a little bonus.
Yeah. All right.
Let's take a break. We're going to come back. CJ Hurt's going to join us. We're going to talk about who knows what with CJ. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Get to the main event. And you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, we want truth.
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes me off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
What's up? Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker, hanging out with Bennett Doyle. And I just got to text CJ Hurt what he always texts me. I just wanted to text you that.
Does it feel? It feels good to text
good.
that. Yeah.
Every Friday morning, I'm on the Jessica Benson Show. CJ Hurt's here. And I get here about when you guys start the show. I take my kid to school. I get here about 8. I'm in my office, which is through the glass here. And at about 8:20-ish, sometime in there, they take a break, and I come on the show. And every single week, CJ texts me and just says, come on in.
Come on in,
3
man.
words. Come on in. I can show you on my phone. I don't know if you can zoom in.
All it says, come on in.
It's a string of text messages from CJ
in.
Hurt to me that just says, come on in.
Which is crazy because we communicate all the time.
Yeah, but
throughout
mostly
the
on
course
the odds couple group chat.
Yeah, odds couple. We'll DM one another. You'll DM me. I'll reply back. Like we talk outside of.
But I just get come on in. Mostly.
Just come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, come on in. Welcome into the show.
I appreciate it. This light out here is way too bright. I should have brought
It's
a
different.
hat.
Is it different?
Oh no, yeah, it's intense.
Yeah,
I'm not used to it. I'm used to being in that little studio. Yeah,
gosh,
We're in the
it
big
hurts.
studio. It's the big show.
Yeah, I'm never out here. I'm always over right there where Bennett gets the pleasure of being.
You guys did on the Jessica Benson Show today a draft, right? It was like Hershey versus Mars.
It was Hershey versus Mars.
What won that draft?
You tell me. You
Okay,
guys decide
so
who wins it.
Here's the thing: is I'm looking at like your picks, and that's my favorite segment that y'all do is your weekly draft. And I think both of you did solid picks. The only thing that I would deduct you for is Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers is what did it.
I think Jolly Ranchers through because
name me a better hard candy.
A better hard candy.
What's a better hard candy than Jolly
Ranchers?
Ranchers? Peppermints are out there. The little strawberry joints is out there. I guess we'll go.
Peppermints might be.
Now laters are out there.
You know what I like? Y'all are gonna laugh. This is like really like grandma shit right here. I love just a good old butterscotch.
Oh, you shut up,
I
Bennett
just
Doyle.
love a good old
You get the hell
butterscotch,
out of
man.
here.
The little golden package.
I do, yeah.
Or like a Werther's.
Yeah, I hear you.
Man, that stuff's great.
I actually have a Ricola right now in my mouth. There's the wrapper.
Is that a candy or is that a
don't
cough
know.
drop? That's medicinal. That doesn't count.
Not really, though. I mean, that's like saying weed's good for glaucoma. It's not really medicinal. It's just
it just
candy.
makes you feel better.
Yeah, what's crazy is that's
it's a
what Glow
mental
said
thing.
when they arrested her.
Huh?
She said she and everybody in her crew had glaucoma. That's why they had all that marijuana in there.
Oh, I think about it in Rush Hour when Chris Tucker goes into that pool hall and then he's like, "Hey, you smell something?" And he's like, "I got glaucoma."
Okay, so but see, I got problems with Jessica's list too. Like, okay, so all right, her picks were Snickers, Twix, M&M's, Skittles, Milky Way. I think she did. Milky Way is gross. No one likes Milky Way. No one likes Milky Way.
Nougat's like a bad invention. I don't know who came up with nougat.
You don't like Snickers?
Yeah.
Is there?
Well,
I guess that yeah.
When I was in high school, our school they did like a booster club thing to sell Snickers.
Yeah.
You know, you can get the box of Snickers with 4 little ones in there.
Yeah.
They were supposed to order like, I don't know, 500 of those, and they accidentally ordered 5,000 of them.
Oh, no.
And so at first it was like, $1 a box or whatever. And at the end of the year, it was like a quarter. They were just giving them away. I ate so many Snickers that year. Like it did me. So everyone in the chat here, CJ, says that the gum lost you that draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised. When Bennett said that he had an issue, I was like, oh, it's going to be Bubble Yum. But Bennett came with the Jolly Rancher. But I was trying to not have all chocolate, and Hershey's makes some good gum.
Yeah.
And I enjoy playing with my gum. I thought we all did as kids.
Yeah.
I know that the flavor doesn't last long. It's not the point. The point is you get it, you put 2 or 3 in your mouth, and you see how big a bubble you can blow with your bubble gum. Like that's the point of bubble gum.
I think
if you want something to last for flavor, you get chewing gum and then you just constantly replace bubble gum. You're just chewing on it to have fun.
I think something changed in our society though, but I don't think people love bubble gum like they used to. I don't.
I agree with you.
I think we've lost. You know what it is? Big gum. They went with the what's the you get them in like the why can't I think what's the gum that everybody buys? Orbit. Yes, like people buy like the
And it comes in those big
the
plastic containers.
People buy the gum that makes your breath fresh.
Yeah.
That's what they buy now. They left bubble gum behind for the gum that makes your breath fresh.
We are absolutely. And I don't know if it's an age thing. I'm not around kids constantly, so I don't know if they're chewing bubble gum.
No.
But I know at a certain point you leave bubble gum and get chewing gum because you want your breath to smell fresh for the people who you're trying to pursue.
But see,
out
I don't
here in
even
these
remember
streets.
that when we were kids. Like when we were kids and you wanted gum to make your breath smell fresh, didn't you buy like the Wrigley Spearmint?
No, Big Red. Big Red was the one. Cinnamon.
I don't
Red.
even remember Orbit.
They don't
Orbit
think it
wasn't
existed.
around.
No.
Orbit came when we were teenagers, I think, Bennett.
Orbit's post Y2K, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But the other, I have a theory about the gum too. Like, I think bubble gum's not as popular anymore because, like, when was it like most popular? Probably like
90s?
60s, 70s, 80s. Like, I don't know.
It was big in the 90s. Yeah.
Okay. I think everyone's tired of finding bubble gum on their shoes, underneath tables, everywhere else. Like, we all grew up cleaning gum out of our hair, off the every place you can find gum. It's so gross. I wonder if people are like, you know what, F gum.
But chewing gum is still pretty popular, though.
Chewing gum is popular.
But chewing gum is not like a big glob. Like, you know what I mean?
That is a good point.
Bubble gum,
that is a good point.
Bubble gum, you have at least two. You don't ever just have one piece, right? You have to have a couple because you want to blow a giant
big
bubble.
Yeah.
So it's always like a big like mess of it. I think of like Will Ferrell and Elf going around and like picking off the gum on the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think people just got tired of that and cleaning off your shoes.
Maybe. But
I used to always
what does
clean
that
gum
have to
off
do
my
with
shoes.
kids?
I never do anymore.
Kids should still want to rock with it.
Or maybe parents are like, you know, like.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
And maybe, listen, I don't want to blame the devices for everything, but we needed bubble gum because that was a form of entertainment for us. We're gathered around and we're chewing Big League Chew and we're blowing big bubbles. Now they've got I blame Minecraft. I'll say it.
Screens kill bubble gum.
Screen time has ruined bubble gum in this country.
I got an AI overview of Hershey versus Mars because I was curious about it. AI says Hershey's is known for classic American chocolate taste, brands like Hershey's, Reese's, Peanut Butter Cup. Mars on the other hand, is a global confectionery giant with brands like M&M's, Snickers, Twix, and is also a major player in pet food. It's like, I don't know how that makes me feel about Mars.
See, I do think you were up against it because I do tend to. I think that Mars has just a way bigger selection of like the huge brands that people know about and love, right? Like, I mean, Snickers, M&M's, Skittles, those are like, everybody knows those candies, right?
And what ended up doing me in was the fact that we didn't have to take the individual types of M&M's, for instance. She was just able to say, hey, give me M&M's. It's like, well, hell, once you say that, you've got, plain M&M's and peanut M&M's, two of the top 5, 2 of the top 10 candies in the world. Is like, okay, well, now I'm fighting for my life right here.
Because if you say M&M's and I get that, then I must say, well, peanut M&M's.
Right. But she got them both when she said M&M's. She didn't have to specify. So I tried to do the same thing with the Hershey's bar. I personally, I love, if we're ranking Hershey's chocolate bars, I go the Hershey's Almond 1. I go the cookies and cream 2, and then I go the traditional Hershey's 3.
I like a good old Mr. Good bar.
Okay.
The problem with Hershey's kind of like pigeonholes you though, because it's got to be the bar, right? Like, I mean, all their stuff is like the candy bar.
Well, it's Kit Kat,
with flavors and
Reese's,
stuff. But Reese's,
Jolly Ranchers.
I would think Mars though gives you just a wider array of. I'm looking at their list of products available, and the first thing that comes up is Uncle Ben's rice and Pedigree dog food.
So it was just a candy.
I know,
candy.
But I'm just saying, like, Mars is all over the place. Hershey's is Hershey's. You know, like you think of Hershey's as Hershey's. I don't even think of Reese's as a Hershey's thing.
But it is. Kit Kat is. Payday is. Bennett, Mr. Good Bar. It's Good and Plenty. I think Good and Plenty. I'm not into whatchamacallits.
Yeah.
But that is. I think Twizzlers are also. Hershey's, I think. But I just hate licorice. So there was no way in hell I was going to take licorice.
I hate licorice too.
What's the chocolate mint one? The York peppermint patty.
Yeah, those are good.
Right, like that's
Junior
one
mints?
of theirs. Those are Jolly Ranchers, Icebreakers. So, like they've got a good variety of things. It's just like not much is going to be able to compete with M&M Snickers.
I follow you on the IG, and you've developed a franchise on there where you find crazy food items.
Oh, yeah.
And you repost them. You say, "I need it."
Yeah.
Have you actually tried any of those things?
God, I can't eat any of that. I feel my cholesterol go up as I watch the things being made. The last one I posted, I think it was the chili cheese dog meatloaf, where somebody seasoned ground beef, laid it all out there, made the chili, threw like 6 hot dogs and the chili in the beef, and then they didn't mix it in. They simply folded the beef to make the loaf, and they smoked that. So they cut it, they stuck it on some Texas toast, and they ate it. It's like, yo, I can't live like this. I can't eat those types of things. Will Coleman brings some stuff in every now and then that's close to that, but not nearly what that is. I'm going out of town in late September, and so I think I'm gonna try and go to some of the restaurants. Where I'm going has some of the restaurants that I've posted
you drove
before.
all the way to St. Louis to buy some soda a couple weeks ago.
Lang, come on now. Do I look like the type of guy to drive to St. Louis just for soda? Went to St. Louis for pizza.
Okay.
And ice cream.
And soda.
And soda, Lane. Come on now.
It was a whole food trip.
It was a whole food trip, baby.
What's their pizza? Their pizza's different than everybody else's pizza.
Their pizza is, because they're so close to Chicago, they've got good deep dish
St.
pizza.
Louis.
There's a pizza spot that we love. I think it's called Salvage Yard. And they've got tremendous deep dish pizza. And it's like, yo, I got to get back up there and get some of that. The ice creamery we went to was called Clementine's, and it is wonderful. My wife should be going through a Clementine's craving like right now, right this second. That's how good it is. And so we'll go up there, and Fitz's soda. If you've never had a soda from Fitz, next time I go, I'll bring you a case. They come in a case of 4.
Soda.
I'll bring you one for you to taste. You don't have to drink it. Take a sip, give it to the kid, let him knock them out. They are really, really good. Yeah. So we went up there for those types of things.
I feel like deep dish pizza is not pizza.
What do you think it is?
It's lasagna.
Okay, whatever it is good to me.
Lasagna. Yeah, it tastes great, but I don't think we should call it pizza.
What's the difference in pizza and lasagna?
Pizza is like crust with topping.
Okay.
Lasagna is many layers of filling, right? And that's deep dish pizza is just many layers of stuff on top of a. I don't even know if it has crust. Does it? It has
it's crust. It's crust. It's a thicker crust.
It's like an inch or
sauce, topping cheese.
Topping sauce. That's lasagna.
It's not that much topping sauce. It's only the crust.
But it's like this thick, right? Like,
it's a thick crust.
It's not like it's just like a thin,
No. It's a thick. And the sauce it is Salvage Yard in St. Louis. Right. The sauce there,
they use Provel cheese.
Good. Say what?
They use that Provel cheese. That's a St. Louis thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, St. Louis, they're famous for the toasted ravioli. Like that's one of the big things there. Is
they got great toasted. My wife loves toasted ravioli, so we went there.
They have a big Italian food community.
We were in. I don't want to call it Little Italy, but basically that's where we were, and that's where that place is in St. Louis. Listen. I'm a fat ass dog. I will travel for food. If the food is good enough, I will travel. I want to get back to the Gulf, just so I can have some Gulf seafood, right? Yeah. Like I need that fried oyster. I need that etouffee. I need that gumbo jambalaya, the fried red catfish.
Shrimps. They have good shrimp,
I need all of that.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Raccoon or possum. Raccoon, possum, squirrel.
Like Xavier Leggett over here.
Yeah, man. Listen, I come into the house one day, staying at my grandma's house in Jackson, Tennessee, and it's just me and my granny in the room. I forget where the other adults are. They're probably playing cards or something like that, and we're talking. I'm like, Granny, that smell good. She's like, yeah, it's barbecue coon meat. I said, it's what? Barbecue coon meat. It's like, yeah, sure, let me get a taste of that. So I get a taste. She's like, you like it? I was like, yeah, I love it. She's like, go make you some. So I'm making it, and my dad comes in, and I'm eating it, and my dad comes into the room like, CJ, what are you eating? It's like, man, I'm eating some of this barbecue coon meat. He said, what? Barbecue coon meat. He said, CJ, slow down and say it. Barbecue coon meat. CJ, what are you eating? What do you think that is? Like, I don't know. Some part of the pig or the cow. Hell, I don't know. It's like, CJ, you're eating raccoon, son.
And it was good.
Breaking news, according to TMZ, Hulk Hogan has died.
No way.
I saw Jimmy Hart post that he was not. That he didn't think he was doing well. Wow, recently, man.
That's a lot of people's introduction into wrestling. That's why a lot of people love
me. Like wrestling. I was a kid in the 80s, in the 80s.
Wrestling is built off the back of Hulk Hogan, not his exclusively.
The WWE is pretty much
definitely
WWF,
part of. Even the interest from WWF, which is now WWE, but also the WCW stuff. That's where I remember encountering.
Oh, yes, man. Hulk. I mean, NWO. That set them
I'm
off.
older than you guys, so like, because Hulk was WrestleMania 1, 2, 3. You know, like those were all the Hulk Hogan thing. He had a kids cartoon back then. Like he was
the cartoon. Remember the Wrestling Buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got mad that a black dude was dating his daughter. Said the N-word a couple of times. So we were like, okay, we can't keep it with Hulk no more.
That did happen.
But like,
he was 71 years old. Early Thursday morning, according to cardiac arrest from home.
It comes in threes. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan. All this week.
That's
RIP,
true.
Man.
That's like a real.
Wow.
That's like a real like Y2K trio too. Like that's like a modern trio of people. Yeah, that's wild. I know the whole kid been like they said he was recovering from surgeries. His wife a few weeks ago denied he was in a coma. We broke the story last month. There were rumors he was on his deathbed, but he said he was just dealing with a neck procedure. So, R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster, Hulkamaniac.
Yeah,
I am a true American.
I want to rip my shirt right now thinking about Hulk Hogan. One of the most recognizable wrestlers of all time, and one of the most recognizable
was in Rocky 2. Remember?
Was in Rocky 2.
Yeah.
And all types of movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could easily argue like late '80s through like the mid '90s. He's probably one of the biggest stars of that era by far.
I mean, not just wrestling, like celebrities.
Just celebrities.
Laid the foundation for like the goal for some of these modern wrestlers now, where it is, hey, do really well here, and then boom, I'm gonna be Batista, and I'm gonna go off in the movies. I'm gonna be the Rock, Cena, and go off into
have my own cartoon,
into movies, and have my own. Be my own sort of brand because the Hulk was a brand. Hulk Hogan was a brand in and of himself. N-word aside and racist things that he's done to the side, like that is the foundation and the blueprint for what these wrestlers want to do now. The level of stardom that they strive for, and if we were going to do a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers. If you can move past the I keep saying
he's on it.
It's big. If you can move past it, he would be on there.
I think he is. God, this is right off the top of my head, and I'm a big wrestling guy. I think because of where he took it, because wrestling was just like this regional thing, and it did well. It was like Major League Baseball in a sense. Like it did
College
really
football.
It did really well. Yeah, in the areas that it was popular. And when he came along and wrestled, and obviously when Vince McMahon, you kind of put him and Vince McMahon, Jr. together, right, in this whole thing. And then there was that first WrestleMania, and it just kind of took off and became this huge national mainstream thing. And it's primarily because of him. Yeah,
he was. But there was a lot of great ones, right? Like Macho Man Randy Savage, Andre the Giant, Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
I mean, before those guys, I don't know who is.
Before them, it was regional, to Bennett's point.
Yeah,
before them, it depended on which territory you were in.
I'm just thinking in terms of Mount Rushmore. There's probably somebody from that era that we would include on a Mount Rushmore. You got to have, is Hulk Hogan the first person that you'd put
on a Mount Rushmore?
Somebody from that era, I think, is the first one that goes on. Around here, we would say immediately, Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah,
he's not a Mount Rushmore.
That's because of the territory we're
Bruno
in.
Sammartino, like somebody from the 50s, 60s,
I think
70s.
it's very hard to come up with a definitive list. I think that you would put... I would put Stone Cold. I would put Stone Cold Steve Austin on
so
there.
we're doing this. We're doing the list.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now off the top of my head. I, without question, Stone Cold Steve Austin's on the Mount Rushmore because, in my opinion, he saved WWF at the time. When it was the Monday Night Wars and stuff, Stone Cold is the reason. He saved it. So I got to put him on there. I think you got to put Hogan on there. I think you probably got to put The Undertaker on there.
Put who on there?
Undertaker,
okay.
But see, I mean, you think
you
about
all. One more.
See, that's the thing. Now, okay, I got to take Undertaker off. I think you got to put. I think maybe Flair's got to be on there. Okay. I think Ric Flair's got to be on there. Does The Rock go on the Mount Rushmore? I don't know if
he's on mine.
I mean, he's a guy like the thing with The Rock, and it's more of like transcending wrestling. Like The Rock became something way, way bigger than that, right? So do you include all that?
No.
I don't think so.
You just include the wrestling.
Although with Hogan, we like he wasn't a good wrestler.
I mean, HBK.
He was the most popular one.
But we're we're including. You kind of can't take it out of the thing though, out of the equation.
I guess I'm taking out the popularity that comes outside of wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm
as a wrestler, would
The
Rock make the Mount Rushmore wrestling? I don't know. I mean, he was a good wrestler. He was the champ for a long time. Had a bunch of matches.
The Rock
in WrestleMania that were sort of iconic.
The way The Rock did promos, The Rock is one of the.
That to me is why he would be on
The
there.
Rock is the best promo cutter
for sure
of all time.
For sure,
and that's why I would.
Everyone wants
like
to be
would
him.
have The Rock on my Mount
2
Rushmore.
years ago when they were here, right before WrestleMania, and The Rock came out to do the promo, I was sitting next to Brevin and Fish, who aren't big wrestling fans. And The Rock comes out with the mic, and I go, "Hey guys, you're about to see Picasso. Like, just watch this." And he stood there for 20 minutes by himself talking, and was incredible. Like that was when he came out and was like, finally The Rock has come.
That was the best part of the show, the very beginning. Yeah,
and everybody went crazy. Like, it was so good. So that alone means to me, like, I think he's the best mic guy ever.
Yeah,
and he was a tremendous foil. Part of the reason we love Steve Austin was because of the beef that he had with everybody.
Yeah.
But that beef with him and The Rock, with those two going up against
him
one
and
another,
McMahon,
it was superb. It was good stuff.
And then you like look at the current era, like Roman Reigns is one of the greatest champions ever.
Yeah.
John Cena, like though,
Cody Rhodes is becoming that.
He ain't on the Mount Rushmore.
So did you give me 4?
But I would say
I would go. But see, my Mount Rushmore is going to be different than other people's Mount Rushmore.
We're all going to give 4, Bennett. Don't feel bad. We're not going to leave you out here on that cliff alone.
I wouldn't put Hogan on my Mount Rushmore. But I think if you're doing a definitive Mount Rushmore, I think he would go on it.
Okay, so do your Mount Rushmore.
My
Bennett.
Mount Rushmore.
Do your Mount Rushmore.
My Mount Rushmore is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'll go The Undertaker.
Yep.
The Rock. And probably the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I really want to put. I'm putting HBK on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
I'm putting the Heartbreak Kid on my Mount Rushmore.
I would. He turned 60 the other day.
God. Yeah, that makes me feel old as crap.
No, yeah. It was Shawn Michaels turned 60. I'd go Hogan. I'd go The Rock. I feel like from The Rock, Steve Austin era, like only one of those guys should make it, just because you got to space it out a little bit.
Okay.
And Stone Cold was great, but The Rock was better on the mic and arguably a better wrestler, just more athletic and stuff. Because
Austin blew those knees out.
Yeah, Stone Cold was, and then the neck injury. But I'd go The Rock. So I'd go Hogan, The Rock. I'd go Ric Flair, because to me, like growing up in Atlanta, like he was WCW when WWF was on TV and everywhere. Like Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, was the other part of it. And then that gives me one more, and I would probably just go just from longevity and gimmick and all that stuff, The Undertaker.
Okay.
I was at WrestleMania in New Orleans 10 years ago or whenever that was, and like being there when all of a sudden the lights cut out and the bell rings, like that was electric. That was so cool to like be there when the Undertaker's music hits and to be there for all that. Like and that thing has lasted a long time, that gimmick. You know, everyone else kind of comes and goes. Hogan had gimmicks. Stone Cold before that, he was, he's been the Undertaker for forever, feels like. They had Kane and other parts of it, but that would be my 4.
Yeah.
I'd go Rock. I'd go Macho Man. I think I'd go John Cena. Okay. And then I'd go
no Hogan.
Vince McMahon called John Cena the greatest champion ever.
Vince McMahon. You trust Vince McMahon's judgment?
I mean, it's his, but that's his baby. Like he started.
We've seen his text messages.
Fair enough.
Because I'm trying to, like you say, Lang, space it out and
different eras,
and try and go different companies. Also.
I think Roman Reigns is close. I do. I think he is
so
close.
Too.
I think we'll look back on Roman Reigns.
But you know what works against him? He's so bad on the mic. Like that they had
not
to put,
anymore though.
I mean, they had to put Paul Heyman with him.
He was once upon a time. He's good now. He was once upon a time.
I think it's hard. So many that I like.
Yeah.
I think I'd go Goldberg.
Oh,
I think I'd go Goldberg.
No, sir. I hate Goldberg.
What you hate about Goldberg?
Just not a good wrestler. Okay. Not a good wrestler.
He was undefeated for forever.
Yeah, with one move.
That spear was a bad move, boy.
Somebody in the chat brought up, King Meeks brought this up. What about, none of us mentioned him or anybody has thrown his name out there. Sting.
Sting is great.
Sting's great.
Take that back. Goldberg off, pit Sting on.
Wow. Okay. I mean, he's a legend. He's a legend of the sport for sure.
There's so many legends. It's hard to pick just
one.
No,
Mount Rushmore of wrestlers is really
quick
tough.
Goldberg story. When I worked in Atlanta magazine asked me to do a Goldberg story. He was he was the champ at WCW at the time, and so I spent a day with him, and his limo picked me up. And so it was me, Goldberg, and the PR guy, and we're in the back of the limo, and Goldberg immediately grabs like Copenhagen or one of those things, and starts doing some dip, and he's spitting it in a champagne glass, and because that's all there was in the back of the limo, right? So Goldberg's spitting in the champagne glass. And the thing I remember the most was he was carrying around one of those giant metal briefcases. You know what I'm like that you see people have?
Yeah.
And it was rattling like a rattlesnake. And I was like, I was like, I wonder what he's carrying around in there. Like paperwork? Like what if you're a wrestler, what do you carry in your briefcase? Contract? I don't know. Like
your Speedos.
So I was like, what's in the briefcase? And he opened it up and it was just a giant bottle of Advil.
Oh, wow.
And I asked him, I was like, how do you fake getting hit with a chair? He's like, you don't. You get hit with a chair. He was like, you try to make your back flat. They try to hit you square on, but you just get hit with a chair.
We used to do when my parents would leave us home alone. I'm 12, brother 10, sister 2. We would put on wrestling matches.
Yeah.
And we had somebody gave us a tin full of wrestling cards. And so we would take the wrestling cards out of the tin and we would hit each other upside the head with that because it made the same sound as the folding chairs. And so we get it
That's
organized.
pretty good.
We do the moves. My sister would always in. We used to call her Mookie. She would end with the Mook bomb, where she would just climb on top of a dresser and just fall on top of you. And then whoever the referee was would come through and count them out, man. The good old days.
We did this. I'm pretty sure every kid had their own version of this, right?
We shouldn't have been doing this.
No, we should
not have been doing this.
It was typically on a trampoline. It was typically on a trampoline. This is a vivid memory. We had like a boom box that had a CD player, right? And I had one of the WWE the music soundtracks, and we would play the Stone Cold intro. And I vividly remember going in my friend's dad's kitchen and getting 2 of his beers out of the fridge, dumping out the beers, filling them up with water, and playing the Stone Cold intro and going out on the trampoline and smashing the beers together. Yeah.
I took one time. My sister and I were fake wrestling in the living room, and I did the Irish whip. You know, where you like grab the hand and like kind of throw them across the ring.
Yeah.
I just threw her across the living room, and she went backwards and fell into my dad's like Barca lounger, you know?
Oh.
And she went back first into the part that it's like, I guess the leg rest, but it was folded up. She went back first into that thing and it made a loud noise. Like, you all right? She's like, yeah. My dad comes home that night, puts the thing back, and it's like, I think the wood that was in there, we broke that thing.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get off this, we were talking about, our Mount Rushmore, the best wrestlers. Who was like your favorite wrestler of all time from that era? Just not like mine might be Jake the Snake. I was thinking about that. Like, he was never a champ. Jeff Hardy for sure. Why?
Oh, just because Jeff Hardy was the high flyer, man. Like he would do the stunts that no one else would do. Obviously the famous tables, ladders, and chairs match that
that match.
Yeah.
Wherever I'm at, if that match is on, I stop. I stopped.
Yep.
I remember. Was it Spin Records? What was it overall?
Spin Street.
Yep. Poplar and Highland.
Mm-hmm.
They
Rest
get
in
something
peace.
with it now.
Yep.
Pickleball. I don't know what they're doing with it now. But I remember being in there, looking around, trying to find something specific, and they just had that match on. I was like, oh no, I'm not leaving until this ends. One of the greatest wrestling matches in history.
Yeah, I got to go Jeff Hardy for sure.
Gosh, there are so many. Truthfully, I liked everybody more than the stars. So, I recognize how great The Rock was. I recognize how great Stone Cold was, Hulk, Randy Savage, Sting. I understand how great those people were, but Val Venus, the Big Valvoski, Godfather, D'Lo Brown, just coming down.
What a great era. The Attitude Era cannot be beat.
Those were the ones that I gravitated towards. The D-Generation X. We didn't mention Triple X.
Triple H,
excuse me. But that whole group, Road Dogg, Jesse James, Badass Billy Gunn,
X-Pac,
Chyna, X-Pac, all of them, Heartbreak Kid for a little bit, all of them, I was like, oh no.
Great era.
I love this. This is what I'm here for. While I recognize the greatness of these other ones, my favorites were the other people in the company at the time. Rey Mysterio, another one that Buff Bagwell. Buff Bagwell would flex and be like, yo, how does this man's muscles have muscles? I need to be on whatever he's on. Give that to me. It's so many great wrestlers.
It's
out
awful
there,
now though. Hulk Hogan just passed away. Buff Bagwell got his leg amputated.
I saw that.
These guys, they
They go through it, man.
Literally, sacrifice their bodies for that. I mean, you're talking about that.
Oh, Mankind. Oh, my gosh. Where would I be without Mick Foley?
I got my picture with Mick Foley. Dustin brought him here for wrestling night. Yeah,
I played video games with him.
I owe Dustin Starr for that forever for making that happen, man.
I had Jeff Hardy on the pregame show with me last year on the warm-up show.
You got Matt on.
Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy, yeah.
For the pregame. The other guy who I was thinking of when you were talking about all that is that show on Vice. Beyond or Dark Side of the Ring. Have you guys watched that?
It's a great show.
But I hear it's
good.
Great.
It's incredible.
I can't watch it. It's like, yo, let me just hold on to these memories.
Watch the New Jack one. That's the most disturbing thing I've watched on television in decades. That New Jack episode is like,
it's great.
Like, what in the world? Like this guy actually was a psycho watching that thing. He's talking about smoking crack before matches and stuff. Like it is wild. It's like a Hunter Biden interview. All right. CJ, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, CJ.
And
get out
RIP
of this
Hulk
damn
Hogan.
light.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh,
we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We'll get to 5 things. Be back here right after this.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit Shinedown.com.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, on evenings, and even on Saturdays. So the next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. You can just walk in, and Ortho South, they will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker, Bennett Doyle, Kyer. We're sitting here and getting through today, and it's time we get into 5 more things.
Number 1.
And I wish that I would, like, I need time to, like, think.
We'll talk more about
the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, that's very meaningful to me, and I feel like that I'm doing myself, but, like, right now, just off the top of my head, Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, HBK. That's my Mount Rushmore.
Let's talk about it tomorrow. Think about it tonight.
I'm going to think about it. I need to let it marinate for a little bit.
We should do a Mount Rushmore of Mount Rushmores.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
It seems like there's always a
This is that time of year, man.
There's a story going around today, number one, that the NFL Network and Red Zone are about to get acquired by ESPN. I think we've seen talk about this recently. Like NBA TV used to be part of Turner Sports, but now it might be spun off. No one's sure how that's going to go. The NFL also seems to be wanting to get out of the television business and move on and not be. I mean, it costs a lot of money to run your own production thing. So if ESPN or another company takes it over, they can handle what it means to produce television shows like that. But the big thing would be the Red Zone. I guess it's its own channel. Red Zone would go under the umbrella of ESPN. I don't know if that means anything, or I mean, do you think ESPN would know enough to like not screw this up?
Man,
everyone's afraid they're going to mess up inside the NBA.
Well, no, I'm not. Am I worried about them messing it up? No. I mean, right now, what is Red Zone? It's Scott Hansen in a room, and they're bouncing
Stephen
around
Smith on
the
there for an
games.
hour?
Like, I don't think that the formula is kind of there. Like, I don't know how you can really mess that up.
I mean, hey,
but I would say the thing that worries me the most about this is the price point. That's what I'm scared of, because they know how valuable Red Zone is to people.
I get it on. I have cable television.
I get it on.
We're old people.
I get it on, but I have everything, dude. I probably pay. I know I pay way more money than I should be for everything.
Tier. I don't know what that is.
I do that
so
too.
I get the Braves games. I get the Grizzlies games. I get ESPN, Fox, all those sports channels. And Red Zone's one of the channels I get.
Same. That's the only reason I pay for that package.
So
is to
I
get
assume
Red
if
Zone.
ESPN buys it, I would get it as part of that too, because you already get ESPNU, whatever, all the news, all the different ESPN stations are part of that. But I think for ESPN, the lure here is, they're launching that streaming service thing.
That's my worry, is that it is going to be one of those things that becomes like a tier of a streaming package. Yeah. That's what scares me about it. Is that right now I think it's like I think I'm probably paying like $9 or something like that.
I get for some sort of
it might be like 13,
streaming, but it's all part of the Disney Plus thing.
I'm talking about for Red Zone, that sports package with cable that gives me Red Zone. I think it's like $9 to $13. It's something like that. Yeah. I have a feeling that is about to increase a lot.
Like, I'm a Falcons fan. I'd rather. So the Falcons aren't on here every game. Like the Titans are on, right? Not as much.
Well, the thing is,
do you get Sunday ticket?
So no, I don't, and that's because
it's like $500. It's some crazy amount.
Well, and here locally, like we've always carried the Titans games. It's changed quite a bit recently because something happened. Because remember, it used to just be the AFC was on CBS and the NFC was on Fox. It's not really like that anymore. Yeah. It's changed quite a bit. So typically, you still do get the Titans on CBS, but if they're on a Fox broadcast, the local Fox affiliate carries the Cowboys instead. So, like, if the Cowboys are playing the same time as the Titans, and it's a Fox game, they're going to go with the Cowboys, because there was at least 3 Titans games this past year that didn't air locally, and I had to listen to the radio broadcast. But that's where Red Zone has been beneficial, because I ain't paying for the package, dude. I'm not paying for the package.
$480 for a standalone subscription.
Yeah, like the only way I'm paying for the NFL Sunday ticket is if I know that I can watch very few Titans games locally, if any.
What if Cam Ward this season comes out and is like unbelievable?
What do you mean?
Like, if Cam Ward has like an incredible year for the Titans next year, would you buy it?
Well, no, because again, I'm likely going to be able to watch most of the games.
But you want to make
locally.
sure you can see them all.
And listen, I don't mind listening to the radio broadcast. I don't know. We lost Mike Keith to the Vols, so I don't know what it's going to sound like this year. But I'm fine. Like, if the Titans aren't on locally, I'm fine turning on Red Zone and just listening to the radio broadcast. That's no big deal to me.
Do you know how the Sunday ticket started?
Mm-mm.
So I wrote a story for the New York Times years ago. They actually called me. I was writing stuff for the Times Sports, and they were like, hey, one of the editors called me. He's like, I went to a wedding this weekend, and everybody was talking about the Red Zone thing. And he's like, can you write a story about how the Red Zone idea started? So I called some of the guys who were behind it, and it's one of the guys who runs Fox Sports now. Mm-hmm. But at the time, he was working for the NFL, or Fox had bought DirecTV or something. And in Italy, they had a television channel that was like the Red Zone for soccer. Mm-hmm. And so he went over there to see how they produced it, and he said there was a room full of desks. There was a guy sitting at every desk. And soccer's a lot harder because there's no specific red zone, right? Like who knows when the team's about to score or not. It's just, I guess, when they get close. So these guys would watch the game, and whenever their game action got good, they would raise their hand and they would switch to that game on the thing. And so they were like, oh, this seems like a good idea for the NFL. And that's where the idea came from. And they brought it over. And for a while, there were the 2 red zones.
Yeah, the one with Siciliano and the one with Scott Hansen.
Now there's just the Hansen one.
Yep.
But I don't know. It could be interesting to see how all that shakes out.
Yep.
Number 2.
Horse racing. Did you watch it? How much of the Triple Crown did you watch this year?
I do watch. I mean, I obviously watched the Kentucky Derby. I watched the
Preakness.
Well, the Preakness. Which one's in Baltimore? Is that the Preakness? That's the Preakness. Yeah. I watched that one. I watch that one every year. I don't think I watched the Belmont.
Who won the Kentucky Derby?
Good question.
Yeah,
I don't know idea.
Nobody remembers.
No idea.
And whoever it was.
Well, it's never a horse that's in contention. The Triple Crown's like never
Journalism was the one who was like a big favorite.
The Triple Crown's like never gonna happen again. I don't think we're ever gonna see it again.
Well, whoever won the Kentucky Derby didn't race the second
that's
one.
Right.
Yeah.
That's and that is not the first time that's happened within the past couple years. So
Sovereignty won the Kentucky Derby.
I don't think we're ever gonna see a Triple Crown winner.
I don't
again.
either.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, horse racing is not what it. Did you? I mean, I read the book Seabiscuit. Seen the movie. Like back in the 40s, 50s, like horse racing was huge. It was like a huge thing. And now it's kind of gotten so marginalized and sort of compartmentalized with the way everything else works. Like no one really is into horse racing the way they were back then. At least not nationally, it wasn't. So now NBC's talking about they have a Kentucky, it's like the race before the Kentucky Derby. It's 3-year-old fillies.
Okay.
They're going to put that in prime time. And they say like this is kind of a trial balloon for maybe putting the Kentucky Derby in prime time. Would that change the way you feel about the Kentucky Derby?
I mean, but the whole point is like sunshine, mojitos,
day drinking.
Yeah,
not mojitos.
Wait, yeah, I thought it was mojitos.
No, it's the mint julep.
Mint julep. Yeah,
similar.
Same thing. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, because like when people that really do that big, that if they aren't going to it,
hats,
or they go to like here, like people go to Southland and bet on it. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I mean, I am surprised that just in this as massive as sports gambling is now, and especially since since sportsbook apps have launched, over the past.
But there's all these
5-10
hurdles. Like
years.
you can't bet on the Kentucky Derby on the sportsbook apps.
Right, you have to get the Twin Spires. app.
Like it's hard to do it.
It ain't that hard. I mean, shoot, I've done it. But I am surprised that it hasn't become because of this gambling era that we're in, like sports gambling. I'm surprised it hasn't become way bigger, or had like a big rejuvenation. It's all we talk about the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
It's a big deal when it comes around. People love going to it, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised it hasn't become.
Is it going to become the Kentucky
bigger.
Derby presented by FanDuel or one of those type of things? Like,
I
mean, you would think somebody would jump on board that thing. One of these gambling companies now. But
and you can't. The FanDuel thing's weird. Like I know here in Tennessee, you can't bet the horses on the FanDuel Sportsbook app, but you can in other places.
Yeah, it's like I said, there's a lot of like weird hurdles and it's fragmented. I don't know. I don't think putting it in primetime is going to change my interest in horse racing. Like most people, I think I become interested in horse racing about 3 days before the Kentucky Derby when you start researching the horses and immediately become an expert in it. Then you watch the 3 races and, who knows what happens.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger issue, they got to spread it out. That's why they don't – the horse Sovereignty won the Kentucky Derby and then didn't race the second one because it's like 2 weeks apart or whatever.
Yeah, the Triple Crown is all within a couple weeks of each other.
And now they're like what do you call it? Workloading the horses. Like in the NBA when you don't play back-to-backs. They're trying to rest these horses and not make them play every single game. So if they could spread it out a little more, you might have a horse with another chance to win another Triple Crown. But if you don't even run in the race, like what's the point of it? So.
Okay. I mean, I'll get. Hey, it's worth giving it a shot.
Number 3.
Okay, me and GP talked about this last week, and I finally got around to watching it. The Amy Bradley documentary. Amy Bradley is missing. It's on Netflix. Have you heard about this?
No. So
okay, so it's basically the gist of it is this girl goes on vacation on a cruise with her parents and her brother, and this is in the 90s.
Yeah,
and around, I guess they're on the cruise. They're doing like the dinner and having drinks and partying and whatnot. And on that night, they're staying in the same room. They're all staying in the same suite or whatever. Yeah. And cabin. I was looking for the word for what they call that on a cruise ship. I've never been on a cruise. So.
I've been on a lot.
So anyways, the dad wakes up around 6 a.m. and she's not in the room. She was in the room. They heard her get back to the room around like 3, 4 o'clock, something like that. Dad and her and the brother hanging out on the balcony. He goes to sleep. Anyways, between, I guess, 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., somewhere in between, she goes missing. They can't find her when they wake up, and they start going around the ship looking for her. They can't find her. They get worried. And, a couple hours pass, and the ship docks. I think it was going to maybe the Bahamas.
Okay.
But the ship docks, and all the people get off, and they're like, you can't let everybody off. Our daughter's missing. Like, we have to find her before you let her. And the ship's like, we'll keep looking for her, but anyways, she's missing. And that's the whole gist of the documentary is what happened to her. I don't want to give too much away.
Can I make a guess?
Because it's really good. She's still missing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I make a guess? She fell over the
They never
edge.
found her. Okay.
Yeah.
They never found her. And
seems to fit my
She
theory.
was hanging out she'd been drinking.
Seems to fit my theory.
She was hanging out on the balcony. And so the first thing that I think your mind jumps to is
she fell off the
She
ship.
fell off the side of the boat. That's what happened. But they never found a body.
Ocean's a big place.
The documentary I thought was really good. It's 3 parts. Each episode's like 40 minutes each. But there are, and me and GP were talking about it this morning. The reason that I think it's such a good documentary is because I do not think you can really have a conviction about what happened to this woman. My mind, like yours, immediately goes to she fell off.
Yeah.
But again, they were in shallow waters and they never found a body. Like typically, the Coast Guard's able to find people's bodies that drown and wash up ashore.
All right. I don't know.
So I guess that's the one red flag. There was a guy that was played in the band on the ship that there's video of her dancing with him. It turns out he was kind of a sketchy character. People say they saw her with him between the hours of 3 to 6 a.m. His daughter even does an interview on the documentary, and you can tell that she is very skeptical about her dad's story about this whole thing. So that's kind of interesting. You have a former Navy guy who says that he saw her, years later when he vacationed there or when he was stationed there, and she asked him for help. Like there's all these different things, but my mind still kind of goes back to
Occam's razor, right? The most likely answer is the most probable answer.
Yeah, there's like some pictures that were floating around that like people were like, that's her. That looks just like her. That's
like
got to be her.
Earhart.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting story. I think that's what makes it such a good documentary is you can watch the thing, and I do not think you can come away having a strong conviction about what happened to this woman. So I highly recommend it. It's called Amy Bradley's Missing. I think it's #1 on Netflix right now.
I finished we talked about it briefly, I think, yesterday. I finished the first part of that Billy Joel documentary on HBO last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah. All right, cool.
#4.
Well, we thought we had big breaking news in the NFL.
All of our like fun stuff or all of our interesting stories turned out like the Grizzlies
false,
thing. Yeah, ESPN wronged the Grizzlies in the rebuild draft, and then they were like, actually, let's take that out.
I feel like we're in pro wrestling. Like the storyline,
the rug ripped out from under us. Yeah,
there was a story. Justin Fields this morning at the Jets practice got injured, brought in a cart, carried him out of there, and now he's fine. Got a toe injury apparently. But
yeah, someone stepped on his toe, dude. Okay, so this is another thing. We talked about this and why I always take everything at training camp with a grain of salt because it does feel like you hear about guys, first off, just how guys look, like how bad they look, how good they look. I saw a former NFL player say this on Twitter yesterday, and I tend to agree. The whole point of training camp is like working through stuff. So like if some like great players look bad at training camp, it's probably because they're trying out different things. I don't think it's I don't think that's just what they're gonna be this season or something
Unless
like that.
you're like a Aaron Rodgers, where you're coming back from injuries and different things. Kirk Cousins going into camp, like not having played any, like those type of things. But for the most part, it's just getting the rust off.
It's just getting the rust off. But the other thing is that I take with a grain of salt about training camp, especially after today, guys getting carted off.
Yeah.
Because when you hear a guy gets carted off the field, you're like,
awful.
oh my God, season-ending injury, they're done. But I think it's more along the lines of it's training camp and we are being extra careful about everything that happens right now because we don't want anyone getting hurt.
Well, especially if you're the Jets.
Yeah. And so it sounds like, at first it sounded like Justin Fields like tore his ACL and he's going to miss the entire season. Now it just sounds like he might have a broken toe, and we'll
Jets,
see.
Wouldn't you if he is hurt, all right, we'll just go get Arch Manning next year.
I think they're going to have the opportunity
They might
to
be
do
in the
that
mix.
anyways.
I know the Browns are in there too.
I think they'll have a good shot at him no matter what. But yeah, it sounds like Justin Fields is okay. By the way, speaking of training camp, did you see the George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb celebration? Kyra, we have the video. Let's play it. This was, I guess, after some big play that they had yesterday at Cowboys training camp, and it comes towards the end. Okay, here we go. Let's get the handshake. Okay, boom.
Oh, okay.
Josh Selly. It's taking over.
Grenade. It's not a grenade. They're taking their words, throwing them away.
Oh yeah,
not listening to the haters. Come on, Bennett.
Oh man, I love Ja. That was probably one of my favorite quotes of last year.
That it wasn't a grenade.
That it wasn't a grenade celebration. No, it's taking over the sports world, man. The influence is real. So that was pretty funny to see.
That was funny.
All right, last one.
Number 5.
So there was a story I saw this morning about a guy who runs a luxury safari company in South Africa who got gored by an elephant out on, I guess, during a safari or something like that. And it's a reminder of, hey, like, we're on safari, but these are wild animals and you can't be too careful about them. I told you, Bennett, I went on a safari once.
You did?
My wife and I went to Africa.
I've been on a safari too.
Where'd you go?
Animal Kingdom.
Como, Mississippi.
Yeah. Alamo, Tennessee. They got the safari park. Yeah, I've been on multiple safaris. What are you talking about?
But we were in Africa, and we got there, and the first day there was like these tribesmen who were kind of like the hosts, and they put my wife and I in the back of this pickup truck, and they're like, "Let's go look for elephants." And so we go driving off through the brush, like you're going 5 miles an hour because it's thick, like trees, limbs, all this crap. The guys with like machetes walking alongside, clearing a path for the truck to get through. And all of a sudden we like turn a corner, and as close as you and I are to each other, there was an elephant standing there eating. And the truck stops, the elephant's eating, and you hear like, just eating limbs and stuff.
Yeah.
It turns and looks at us, makes eye contact with us. And my wife goes to me, "We're too close." And I was like, "I think these guys know what they're doing. Let's trust the guys who live here. Like they'll." And the guy who was driving the truck had his daughter in the car with him. So I'm like, he must feel safe about this. But I asked him, I was like, if an elephant runs after you, what do you do? Later, I asked this. We were fine. We sat there and watched it for a couple of minutes. Eventually, it just kind of turned back and ate and then walked off. I said, what do you do if an elephant comes after you? They're like, you zigzag. They're like, elephants run real fast in a straight line.
Interesting.
But they can't turn very much. And they go on smell. So if you're in a straight line, they can kind of track you. But if you're able to cut and move and stuff, you can get away from it. If you went on safari, number one animal you want to see in the wild?
Oh, a lion, the king of the jungle.
Yeah.
A lion, of course. I want to see a lion.
Not tiger.
Wait, so this guy ran a safari?
Yeah. Company.
And got gored to death by an elephant. Damn, that sucks.
It does.
That sounds like a horrible way to go. Gored and stomped to death.
I mean, I think this is a risk you assume if you go on one of these safari things. It's wild animals. Like, you're not going to if you go to the Memphis Zoo, you can kind of assume I'm not going to get gored by an elephant. If you go to a safari in the middle of nowhere, you think, well,
I don't know, man. I mean, I've always just thought of elephants as friendly creatures, you know?
No.
Like, I wouldn't think.
Well, I mean, I guess they think, though, like, if they might think you're invading their territory.
Yeah.
You're getting too close to the kid. I don't know. Like, there's things there, you know?
All right, well, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Yeah, wish him well.
All right,
His
we're going to
family.
take one more break. We'll come back, get you out of here with the carry out. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
Did you know the Grizzlies were going to try to get up and get you?
No, I have no clue. I thought the Grizzlies loved me when I worked out because it was like super fun and everything was, just natural. We were just having a conversation. It wasn't like said, what's your favorite color and, we just like all that stuff.
What's your favorite color?
It wasn't interview.
First date type vibe.
Yeah, it wasn't interview questions. It was just like, hey man, how you doing? Like, and it was just real easy to talk to him. It was real easy to talk to Coach Thomas.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
The First Ladies of FedEx Forum, the Grizz Girls, are known across the NBA for setting the standard for professional dance and entertainment, and they are looking for dancers to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. With the chance to gain professional dance experience, collaborate with national and local artists, and connect with the Memphis community, auditioning for the Grizz Girls is an opportunity you do not want to miss. Come show up and show out at open call auditions. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information. Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals takes it straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. Lang Whitaker sitting in this week for GP along with Bennett and Kyra. And let's get you out of here with GP's carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we learn today?
R.I.P. Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I think that's what we learned,
that's
right?
The big news,
that's the big news. Yeah, Hulk Hogan passed away.
Shocking.
I saw. It's funny. I mentioned this earlier. I saw something last night. Jimmy Hart was saying that his situation was really dire, and that he wasn't doing well. But we had actually heard him say something like that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And so he clearly his health's been not well for a long time, or for at least for a couple weeks now. But still, man, listen, people can think what they want about the guy. There is no doubt the impact that he had on professional wrestling and pop culture.
It's always, I think it hits deeper when these wrestlers die because they're like superheroes.
Yeah.
When they're at their prime, like you see them and you think this guy can't get hurt. Like he's gonna wrestle forever, and to see these guys pass away, it's deeper and it's hard. It sucks. So R.I.P. Hulk Hogan, 71 years old.
What's today's biggest game?
All right, we're going to go to the W because we got a game on Prime Video tonight. It is the 6th and 7th seed in the standings right now.
Mid-team.
6 o'clock on Prime Video. Aces at Fever. I don't believe Caitlin Clark's playing tonight. I'm pretty sure she's out.
I don't think so.
Yeah. The Aces are 2.5-point favorites on the road. Fever, they're a 500 team, although the Aces ain't playing that well either.
Yeah.
I'll go with Asia Wilson. Let's just go with Asia Wilson.
All right.
I'll go Aces on the road, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You good with that?
I would do that too.
All right.
Fever's without Caitlin's tough.
Yeah.
What are we watching on TV?
You know what I'm going to watch tonight? I'm going to go fire up. I don't know. I guess it's on Peacock now. I want to watch WrestleMania 2. Hulk Hogan against King Kong Bundy.
Okay.
Maybe Hulk Hogan. Maybe
I think it was 3 that was him and Andre.
3 was him and Andre in Detroit in the Superdome. I might watch that one too, but I think I might watch some old WWF actions.
Underrated is when he came back to WWF, him and The Rock at WrestleMania. That is a classic match. There's some good ones out there. Yeah, I would dive into the WWE Network tonight.
There must be like a Hulk documentary.
Oh,
there,
dude,
right?
I guarantee you by tonight they will have every great Hulk Hogan match up on there, and you can just pick out one.
This is the RIP channel. I told you for Sirius XM. This is where, like, if you have TV, whatever, when somebody passes away, you just spam it with all that stuff, and this is where you would want to, like, if I was Sirius XM's RIP channel right now. Call every wrestler you can. Start talking to them about the legacy of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Okay. I'll watch that. I'll watch some Hulk Hogan matches too, and also that Amy Bradley. Amy Bradley's missing on Netflix. That was pretty good. So check that out.
What's the best thing we've read?
I'm reading a book right now that's pretty good. It's Michael Cunningham. It's a series of novels about a guy named Bosch. They made a show about it on Amazon.
Bosch.
It's a detective. Not the British guy. It's a detective who's a LA police detective in the 70s, 80s. Anyway, I've been reading these Bosch books, and they're great because they're kind of slow paced. I read every night before I'm falling asleep, and I'm reading this book, and it's like it helps you like just kind of wind down.
Okay.
You spend 5-10 minutes trying to solve a crime in LA in the 80s, and you just fall asleep. Drop the phone on my face a few times. I read on my phone on the Kindle app.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. Because I have my book with me all the time.
Huh.
But yeah, that's what I'm reading.
Okay.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
I also just read that Zach Eady's speeding infraction has been dismissed.
Oh, good.
Dropped. Yeah.
Great.
Cut a plea deal.
Positive news. Some positive news to finish off the day.
Tomorrow, I guess we could probably talk more about Hulk Hogan, just to give it some context. Like, we're still kind of thinking about it right now. But
I'm still processing.
Yeah.
I'm still processing.
It's pretty wild. Like, it happened during the show, and we were trying to figure it out. Jessica Benson will be here tomorrow.
Yep. She'll be here. We'll get ready for the weekend. Might talk. I think I'm gonna try to go see Fantastic Four tonight. So
yeah, is it out tonight?
It came out today.
When does Happy Gilmore 2? Is that tomorrow?
That drops tomorrow. So yeah, kind of a big movie weekend. We'll do some movie stuff. I got a list of the greatest horror movies of the 21st century. So
ESPN just put out the most searched sports movies of all time.
Let's go.
Cars is number 1.
We got
Not
a show.
Sports movie, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds
all
good.
right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow here. Stay tuned. John Roser's coming in with for the Chris Vernon show. Coming in about half an hour.
Yep.
And I'll be on Odds Couple at 2 o'clock. And then tomorrow morning, this whole crazy circus starts all over again. Appreciate you tuning in. For Bennett, for Kyra, I'm Lang. We'll see you soon here on Grind City Media.